pavilion lay shrouded in a curtain of stars that danced and pulsed as blood slowly returned to his head. Head Abbot Song had grown up in a tiny village in the northern reaches of the Mengsua Range, a trading post of a mere 1,000. The great high palace, with its wide courtyards and endless gardens, was easily 3 times the size of his home village. Its thousands of denizens, cooks and courtiers, administrators and treasurers, traveled from point to point on floating carts. One such cart awaited the head abbot as his vision cleared. Standing beside its squarish, silk-draped bulk was someone he had hoped to see. Sanao Sonami, the youngest of Protector Sanao's 6 children. Sonami had just turned 15, yet still wore the gender-free tunic of a child, their hair cropped to a small square at the top of their head and gathered into a bun. They bowed, hands folded in deference. "Venerable one, I have been asked to bring you to my mother." The head abbot bowed in return. "I hope you have been well, Sonami." "As much as I can be." The cart was just big enough for 2 seated face to face. On the inside, it was shockingly plain. Simple red cushions over rosewood so dark it was almost black. Sonami pulsed gently through the slack, and the cart began to move, floating serenely over the ground. For one so young and untrained, their slack craft had an elegance and a simplicity to it that the head abbot appreciated. As the white walls and wooden bridges of the great high palace drifted past the cart's embroidered windows, he asked, "Has your mother spoken to you about coming to the monastery?" Sonami shook their head. "I only wish." "I see." The head abbot had hoped that the summons were about the fate of the child, though perhaps hope was too strong a word when it came to matters concerning the protector. Sonami said quietly, hands folded together, "She has decided that I should apprentice with the masters of forest nature in the Tensorate." "Is that so?" The child stared at their feet. "She has not said it directly, but Mother has ways of making her wishes known." "Well, perhaps our discussion today might change her mind." "Discussion?" Sonami looked at the head abbot, alarmed. "Then no one has told you?" "What have they not told me?" "If you're asking, it means they haven't." The child subsided into their seat with a sigh. "Then it is not my place to tell you either." The head abbot had no idea what the child meant. "A mystery to be solved at the end of this journey," he thought. Sonami said, "When you agreed to help Mother with the riots last summer, what exactly did you ask for in return?" "I asked for one of her children to be sent to the monastery." "And did you say my name specifically?" The head abbot chuckled. "No one would be so bold with such a direct request. I cannot imagine how the protector would have responded. Of course it was expected that she would send you eventually. That was what we had hoped for, wasn't it?" All her older children had already had their roles in the administration parceled out to them. Sonami was the only one left. The child frowned and then looked out of the window. The cart was approaching a marvel of slack craft, a massive square of water that stood unsupported, enveloping the center of the Grand Palace. 100 yields high and 1,000 yields in length and breadth, the moat cube was large enough to swallow 50 houses. Golden fish, bigger than a child's head, sluiced through crystalline turquoise. Sonami tugged gently on the slack, and the waters parted just enough to admit the cart. Curious fish swam around this intrusion into their habitat.